I thought chapter 1 had come, but here it is. Mushoku Tensei, chapter 58. Yo. Have you ever noticed a pattern when I'm reviewing these chapters that I'm always lashing out against the comic section with how narrow-minded and stupid they can be? And everyone has the right to their own opinion, but you can clearly see what the book's trying to do, but yet they interpret it as something else, completely off the wall BS, their own self-righteousness. And before we get into that, let me explain why. Let's talk about the beginning of this chapter. Rudy's having problems with Zonoba in his doll making. He don't have the capabilities of doing it, so Rudy is like, he doesn't know what to do. So Selfie comes with ideas, have someone else do it for him. Someone like a slave. Yes, a slave. Yeah, like, oh god. I can already see where the anime gets to this. People in the comments are going to write about anime, news network can write about, oh, slavery. It's terrible. And it is terrible, but it happened. It freaking happened in that kind of time. Okay? And but anyway, let's continue on before I get into our deep dive new one. So they went to the slave market, and pretty much Rias didn't appeal to himself just yet, so it was mostly Zonoba they're trying to respect because he's a prince. But instead, Zonoba, of course, he is angry with anyone who dares to disrespect his master, which is Rudius. To the point where even Rudius would rather have Zonoba respects Fitz, aka Selfie, more, but really ain't having that. Still, Fitz is more shy. Anyways, they go there and they see the person they're looking for. They need someone young to do earth magic. So when you train someone at a very young age to do magic, they can do chantless incantations when they get older. Because they were working on that spell like it's their own living. When you teach a child something at a young age, they can work on that skill to the point it's like second nature to them. They can do it without even trying. Most of the times anyway. And they found someone, a dwarf girl, who looked very skinny, miserable, tired, and dead in the eyes. Riz looks at her and says he's seen this look before with himself when he was in his original world, where he was a nobody who felt like he had no control over his life and feel like maybe he should just end it all, but instead he continue living life like that. So he asked her, does he want to live? And she said she wanted to die, but he said, I'll kill you, but are you sure? And she changed her mind and says, I want to live. That's how it was. Heartwarming moment at the end. He picked her up for one large copper coin and she wasn't worth much. So he took her and looked very heroic. Now here comes the comic section. With their no at all self-righteous attitude. I just can't wait to see what cringe I get into today. So I'm reading the comic section and they're like, oh, why apply him like he doesn't make heroic? He's taking in a slave. But here's the thing. If he didn't take in her, she would wither away and die. So which would you rather have? Her to wither away and die, him not doing anything about it, or taking her up and saving her? It's not like she's attacking a slave. She's more like an adopted daughter more than anything within the series. He doesn't treat her like a slave. She grows a passion into creating things. She's well fed and everything, just like a daughter. She gets to the point where she gets to make her own life decisions. So would you rather wither away and die inside a cage? Congratulations, I'm just so proud that you would rather do that. And I'll be honest with you. They're going off of things of life back then. Not now, back then. Where people were crushed by a higher society. Especially for a lower life being seen by others. And slavery existed back then. And I'll be honest with you. Not all slave owners were bad people. I know stories of people who were friends with their slave owners, with ancestries, and they got along until their family line withered away because one of the heirs died at a young age and they had much other family, so it was given to slavers when freedom was bought. And even when the freedom was bought during after the Civil War, they still were attached to those people because they had nowhere else to go, and the world was still a dangerous place for black people back then. So they stayed with them, worked under them until the family withered away. They were more like partners more than anything until they took over the land. That's just how it is. I know you people like to be all high and mighty and look down with your never-ending hammer of justice, but You really, really gotta stop being narrow-minded about this. Internet editing is black and white. People were like, well, if he couldn't save everybody, he doesn't have that kind of money. The world don't work like that. You can't just go in, burst, blow up a place, and set everyone free. That's not how it works, man. No matter how much you want to do it, there's consequences to all your actions. If Ruiz would have done something like that, he would run out of town, ruin his chances, causing Fit/Selfie to have a choice to run after him or stay with the Highness, giving her a difficult choice, although two will be both on the run. Do you want that on his hands? Come on, think before you speak. God damn, it's so hard for you to think. I guess from the internet is that people immediately write down the first thought that comes to their mind instead of thinking about what they're saying. I'm really saying because it still freaking hurts. I ate more than I should have. That's on me. And another thing is people were saying how could he relate to his girl, compare the difference between slavery and being a tortured weeb. And I've seen this crap before on other YouTubers do this crap. I need to get some ginger ale or something, man. Ugh. There's one YouTuber who was somehow Fooly Cooley, the new Fooly Coolies, and he was saying how he couldn't relate to the first one because the first one was a boy. The first Fooly Cooley was about a boy who lived in the shelter of his older brother, who's in America, who's a famous baseball player, who everyone replaces him from his older brother. So because of that, even the girl he likes the older brother more, even calls somebody that name, Takun. And even people on his baseball team wants him to play baseball even though he's not good at it. And that's the point. And he's like, can't let him because he's the guy. Look, even a girl can go through that situation. A girl can go through that situation where she has an older sister who's very popular overseas, and she has this crush that she likes, but likes the older sister, and everyone keeps seeing the older sister of her instead of seeing herself as who she is. You don't have to be a gender to relate to someone. You don't have to go through the same experience to relate to someone. It's like someone winning $1 million and someone popping a question of will you marry me to someone you really love and have a happy ending and a family later down the road. Yes, both are different experiences, but you're both feeling the same moment at the end game. You're both extremely happy and shocked and overwhelmed with emotion. That's how it is. Sure, you can go through the same thing, but you got the same damn feeling. Really talking about how, he was like too. He was saying how he felt like he had no control over his life. He felt like he was at a dead end and there was nothing he could do about it. So he felt like he was dead inside. His living emotions is on the internet doing nothing with his life to progress it. That look he had in his eyes. Where he didn't care about anyone. He didn't even care about when his parents died. And he didn't attend the freaking funeral. That's how dead inside he felt. The girl, who was named Julie, by the way, spoilers, felt the same way about life. She had no control over it. She felt like there's nothing good to go come out of it. So she felt like she needed to die. There's no other way about it. They both felt the same thing. You don't have to go through the same experience. That's why I some people say, like, you don't have to go through the same experience to feel the same way about someone. About the same way. The only improvement to me is that how you're really surrounded by ignorant people. People who really don't try to think outside the box. For my generation, it'd be a giant contradiction of itself where it comes to being open-minded and trying to see things through all perspectives, but instead only see things through their own perspective as long as it lines up with their own ideals, which is completely closed-minded. You don't have to agree about it, but you can at least understand it and see where they're coming from. That's all I'm asking, but that's too much. Anyways, that's been too much. Not much really happened. The only thing I'm complaining about is how they skip content again, where before all this, Rudy is dealing with Cat Girl and Dog Girl as they were broke a figurine of Roxy, and he had to teach them a lesson by gaining respect by beating them in a duel, by tricking them. That's what I want to see. I want to see them tied up in the room chair, tied up very bondage-like, and we didn't get that. I was looking forward to that. That was one of the reasons that made them to slowly become friends, but they completely skipped over that part, which sucks. Because they're really heavily involved in a lot within this arc, the school arc, but we don't get to see that. So that's what I'm pissed off at. Everyone was pissed off with some dumb really dumb stuff. The same shit I went through Shield Hero. We'd rather Raptilia stand a slave in that cage for the rest of her life or try around with Nafumi-sama and become something of herself. She is a strong, powerful warrior who now is going to run a little village of her kind. Just in case anything happens to Nafumi, she'll be there and have something to live for, even if Nafumi ever to one day disappear if he does. Would you rather her have that? Just saying, really think about what you say and do. Same thing with Lewis from Beastars. If that one deer didn't come in to adopt him, he would become someone's food. But now look at Lewis today. He's a very strong leader, guy that everyone looks up to. He's a carnivore. Come on, people. Use your brain. Don't just use your brain. Think outside the box. If that's too much for you. I swear, maybe I should stop reading the comment section, but I do that because it gives me more content to talk about in these videos. And I want to see how you guys think about it as well, because it's just... this is too long. I'm the hell out of here. I hope you guys like this. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and whatever, man. You know the drill. Madcrown out. Give me some ginger ale.